Well, good Saturday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I don't know if anybody's got the message, of course, that we normally do this live stream. Uh-oh, did I screw the pooch on this one? It might not be going over on that other channel. We normally do this live stream on Sundays, but now that the football season is here, it, of course, will be a little bit different than what it was before. And there's Loyal Cowboy will be on Saturdays. And this is kind of cool because we've got the opportunity to talk about what we've seen thus far, the early two games and stuff. And there's Loyal Cowboy. He looks like he's out and about, just chilling out there, man. Your mic's muted. You're muted. Your mic is muted, bro.
I'm in Cleveland. I'm here for the game.
Oh, you're up for I didn't know you were going for the game. Alexa, turn on bar lights. Oh, nice. Yeah. Damn. Must be nice, man. You're a high roller. I knew you were a high roller, man.
I was close to home, so...
Oh, that's true. I forgot. You were, you were close up that way. So how's the weather?
It's not bad degrees here right now.
Okay.
It's good fall weather. I like it. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right.
Well, actually, it's kind of gotten chilly here on the East Coast. Should have known Leo would be coming in early. It's actually kind of chilly out here. It's only about 70 degrees today, which is, for September. Usually we have an Indian summer worse than the 80s, up to 90 degrees and stuff. So it's actually a little bit cool. Look at that shit-eating grin from Leo. I should have known. I should have known.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mark. Hey.
Bro.
Okay. I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Hello there, Mark's son. How are you?
No. But
Great day.
What happens?
If we lose the first game, we have better record.
Actually, if we don't play the Giants the last 15 years, we're losing the game.
I'm just saying, though, if we...
So, okay, since, we've got our game tomorrow, okay, so... we have to talk about our Cowboys. I'm going to ask you, Leo, just thinking about the Eagles, I'm about to go to sleep here because I was up late last night, late the night before and stuff. And you Eagle fans, I guess you're feeling great right now.
No, all right, you know what? I am feeling relieved. We got out of there with no major injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jordan Love. I heard it's just a sprained MCL.
Just a sprained Oh, that's it. Just a sprained MCL. Out 3 to 6 weeks.
The ACL. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
This is true. Gina Dallas Diva, welcome. I don't actually have everything set up over here at the moment, so I don't have my sound effects with me. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Had to go pick up the big sub and the chicken wings and everything.
You had a big list of things items to get.
Oh man, I still got I still got a lot to do. I still got to work on the outdoor, clean the outdoor kitchen and stuff because I haven't done anything really since last season. Right. And most of the summer we've been actually down at the Red Brick House, so trying to get everything set up and cleaned up.
You've been spread out,
getting all of the.
Also, real quick, Mark. I will say this overall.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a first game on both sides of the ball. I'll be honest with you. It reminded me a lot of the Super Bowl with the way that field looked, and they blamed us for that field in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was what the official. How
they blame you? Don't take care of your ground crews wouldn't be taking care of the field.
Mark, the NFL official response to the Super Bowl field is. It was Philadelphia's fault. Look it up.
Okay.
It's our fault. They blamed us. They blamed the Philadelphia Eagles for the field at that Super Bowl officially. You know what I'm saying? The second thing is the field conditions were horrible for both teams. Again, I think what you saw was that was our first preseason game, I guess, as a starting unit. You know what I'm saying? First time we get to see these guys out there. Was very happy with what I saw from the defense, considering with the way they were able to keep Green Bay out of the end zone in the beginning. with a couple of those end zone stops to make them settle for field goals. I noticed Jalen Hurts calling out the protections. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some things. Of course, and here's the thing: those two picks, those two interceptions that Jalen Hurts threw, they were 100% his fault. It's not like it was like.
How about
it
the
popped
two
off
that
to
should have
somebody.
been, including that pick six?
Say that again.
How about the other two that should have been, including one that should have been a pick six?
You talking about when the defensive end stuck his hand out there and he could have kept right on going? With
No,
it,
I'm talking about the one that was an out when they were going down to score, where he literally and then he turned around and he threw the one in the end zone. But the play before,
Yeah.
that was okay. Here,
Yeah.
if you're, I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I don't like the Eagles and stuff. But if I'm going to go ahead and try and put on my non-cowboy blue glasses
Right.
and look at that game, here's my thoughts if you're an Eagle fan to worry about. One, you got the game. You won the game, and that's all that matters in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You got out healthy. That's the second thing that matters. Now, if I'm looking at it and saying things to worry about for your team, one is the pass rush. I think you miss Hassan Reddick quite a bit. Your run stopping
I don't want to
defense.
say that. I don't want to say that all coming off of a field like that.
Okay, all right. I'm just listen. I'm giving you my opinion, okay?
Right,
and my
right.
opinion doesn't mean anything, okay?
No,
I'm Joe the fan. But here's what I saw was early on. You guys were good at stopping the run.
Yeah.
But then later on, not so much. I don't know if that's conditioning. Where Jordan Davis is good early because he looked good early, but not so much in the second, later on. And it may be that they were doing more passing. But you weren't getting to Jordan Love pressure-wise.
No, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Mark. I told you that's why it reminded me of that field in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
But the field's on both sides, right, Loyal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing the same field on both sides.
Yes, yeah, but and both sides look shitty.
Okay, all right. Okay, again, can I give my analyst my opinion of things to worry about?
I'm just saying, Mark. I'm just saying.
Okay,
you know how ugly, like it just as ugly as Baltimore.
Okay,
looked, so
let me finish, and then you can answer all the things I had. Okay, I'm going to say your secondary is not good either. It definitely needs. I'm going to say your defense. That they had some good stops and stuff early because Jalen Hurts turning it over, which was great for you and things. But I'm going to say that Jordan Love, I don't know if he was having problems in that game early.
Yeah,
I kept looking because he kept looking like he was falling away every time. He was not stepping into the throws, and he was way off, huh?
You saw them with the
But
gun?
I'm gonna say this though, Leo. I think Blankenship, he's the one that saved the game for y'all.
Yep. That's safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Interception, that's when the game turned around.
Yeah.
It was when Blankenship had that interception.
All right, so
Saquon did his thing.
Yeah. I'm going to say your secondary definitely needs some work. Your pass rushing is not good. Your run stopping looked good for the first half. The second half, not so much. Okay, now again, I'm a hater. The second thing I'm going to say is you guys miss Kelsey. You need to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get him.
Well, wait a minute. Again, you saw how shitty that field was, and it was the first game.
It's shitty on both sides.
That's the first time the starters played at all.
Okay,
and
again,
you think we missed Kelsey already?
The tush push, the snap too early where they fumbled.
Mark, that's not Mark.
Okay. Again, you know what the nice thing is. We are all entitled to our opinions. Okay, I'm entitled, and you're entitled to yours. You're entitled to say you don't know what you're talking about. If I'm looking at your team, I'm going to say that you had problems at the center position. Okay, and your quarterback is going to be a turnover machine.
Okay.
Now, on the other side of it, I will say that at the moment, Saquon is doing Saquon things, which is always starting out the season really good. The question will be is, will he be able to continue? Because without Saquon Barkley, you don't win that game last night.
Correct.
Okay? So that's me just giving you my thoughts on what I saw. Happy that you got a win, and that really, I'm not going to say that had to be a must win, but since that was counted as a home game, you really needed to win that one.
Hello.
Thomas Garrett, how are you doing? Dustin Roberts, how are you doing?
Where you at, Thomas?
And Chris, is that Chris
sir.
May over there?
Chilling. I just got back from the Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
they got
Mark.
a man called Dina's Pizza over here. It's off the hook, man.
Okay, cool beans.
That's right, Lloyd. You going to the game tomorrow, right?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas too. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I forgot. Okay. Well, look, Mark. I will say this. I don't want to count. I don't want to count yesterday as saying we need this or we missed this one or because that was just a horrible game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
again,
it was ugly.
First time, and it was the first time them starters had ever been on the field like that.
Yeah, but
for
you
live
could.
time.
But hold on, bro. Hold on.
No, I just want to see some more.
Stop. Okay. Because you could say the same thing about Kansas City and Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I can look at the quarterbacks in those two games and say those two guys were balling.
Bro, all four teams. Listen.
I'm going to say
we are not,
it looked like Baltimore and Kansas City were playing chess, and I wouldn't even say that was checkers last night.
Well, that's you wouldn't say anything because it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
No,
The thing about it
bro.
is that I will say this: for our team to go into that game shorthanded, I like the fact that it was a test of depth. I like the fact that I was looking at everybody's body language. I was paying close attention to that to see what does everybody look like when the chips are down. Are they chirping at each other? Are they getting mad at one another?
But here's the key thing that I've got to say to you, bro. Mm-hmm. Here's the key thing I have to say to you. Shout out to BetUS, who's actually this video is brought to you by BetUS, and they have right now as we speak, bro. I know you're scared. I know you're scared money ain't making no money. But that matching has gone up to 150%.
I heard.
150%. And here's what I'm going to say. See, I don't recommend something that
What's the promo code?
The promo code is YouTube 150. Okay. And see, here's what I'm going to tell you, Leo. I'm going to tell you this right now because I would not do a sponsorship for something I don't believe in myself. And here's how much I believe in it because I was wondering when I picked up the big sub. I was talking to my dad because my dad was asking about online gambling. And I said, we can set your count up today. He's like, oh, no, I got to think about it. I said, okay. He's like, well, how does it work? Because, we used to do parlay cards and things like that years ago. Like 40 years ago, he would get them from work when he worked at the post office and stuff. And then he had the friendly bets and things. So I was explaining a bunch of it to him and everything else. And he said, well, we can set it up another time. We'll do it next week and all that, right? I said, okay. I said, well, Dad, when you're ready to do it, I'll set it up for you and stuff. And I said, in fact, Dad, what I'll do is you can call me your bookie. And so as I was leaving, he said, well, here's my credit card. He said, why don't you set up the account and let me know? He said, how long does it take? I said, Dad, it takes a matter of minutes. It's like, well, how do I get paid? I said, we link it to your bank account. So when you download, it goes right directly into your bank. He's like, that sounds pretty easy. So I said, Dad, listen. I said, if you put in $1,000, I said, what? $1,000? I said, you're going to get $1,500 to go with it. He said, I ain't getting it. He said, I'm on fixed income now. He said, how about you do it with like $200? I said, okay, we can do it with $200. I said, we're still going to match it. So I said, look, Dad, I said, so you can go ahead. You got $300 right there that you can bet. That's house money. He said, well, that don't sound so bad. So Leo, what you going to do, bro? What you going to do?
Just sit here and listen to you tell me these stories about you and your dad. I think it's great.
He's 86 years old and he ain't scared.
Yeah, man, my grandmother's 90.
Damn.
Okay. Look, my dad ain't scared. Are you scared, Leo? Look, bro, had you listened to me last night and put that $100 on, you would be $100 richer right now.
That is true.
I told you, bro. I told you. You know that?
That is true.
And here's what's even better. You could have been betting with house money and doubled your house money with that last night.
That is true too.
So what you waiting for, bro? The link is in the description.
It's the smart move.
There you go. Yes. I'm waiting for it. Look, but you already missed out on 1 week.
I told you. I'm gonna show you a receipt.
Okay, all right. So, and anybody else want to get on that, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to be making the account for my dad after we finish the live stream here, and I know he's going to be putting his money on the Cowboys. He's going to take the 2.5 points.
Money on it.
Speaking of which, how are you guys feeling about Sunday and Cleveland and everything like that? You know, what's the word out of Cowboys land?
Well, first of all,
Mike is going to terrorize them tackles.
It'll be a good game.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. What's up, Dustin?
Hey, brother. Hey, I just want to introduce myself, man. Hey, I've been a long time listener. You're like the first podcaster I ever listened to.
Well, thank you.
So you know, yeah, I listen to Law and all them guys too, but yeah, I just want to introduce myself. I'm out here in San Diego, longtime Cowboys fan.
Beautiful
I got
out there in
stars on my
San
shoulders.
Diego.
I named my son Dallas.
And
I named my dog Romo.
Oh my goodness! All right, that's beautiful, man.
Story.
Man, I got to go out to San Diego one time, and I'm like, why would the Chargers want to leave this place? Because that place was like paradise. The weather was beautiful, the sights, the coast, and everything else. We went to the military base where is it the Midway, the aircraft carrier? I can't remember which it is, but
Midway.
Man, yeah, the Midway.
It's Midway.
Yeah, went out there and did the tour in there and stuff like that. Let me say shout out to anybody watching on my original channel. Yeah, Coronado, right. Yep. But they have the Midway aircraft carrier that's there.
Yeah.
And so
I remember we went on a house tour in La Jolla, you know, and we took a look a look at a couple of houses out there. It was pretty nice.
They're expensive. You got to have some money to hang out in San Diego.
I do some business down in La Jolla.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the hell?
Big money.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on past, Leo says everything is great. They love Kellen Moore. That Jalen Hurts is not a turnover machine, and there's nothing to worry about.
I did not say that.
Even though he leads the NFL in turnovers right now.
Thomas, you hear this?
Jalen Hurts leads the NFL in turnovers. There's nothing to worry about with your team, okay?
And they look like they picked up where they left off last year.
That's right. Okay.
I hear it. I'm listening to every last.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't say any of those things. All I'm saying to you is that the way it's difficult to make any really real critical assertions about the team because of the way that field looked, and on top of that, I feel like we didn't get the best of Green Bay. Not what y'all got. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, Mark.
You know, so I think in the field had a lot to do with that. I'm not making any excuses. You know what I'm saying? But I am grateful that we got.
Hey, you saying you're not making excuses, but you just listed off the excuses.
Right.
No. Chris, everything that I am saying is the same thing for Green Bay. It's not excuses. Like, come on, dog. Both those teams did not get to do what they normally do. Play that like it was just matter of fact. If you look at the day before, those two teams look terrible. It's the first game, so I can't tell you that I miss Jason Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say that maybe Jalen and Cam Jurgens just need a few more snaps together when it comes to the tush push and everything like that. Yo, you're gonna have to go through something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Leo.
Yo.
Hey, just answer me this question because I've been asking this in all kind of chats, man. Like, hey, you don't think it's gonna be a drop off losing arguably the best center of all time?
No, absolutely. But you know what though? Yes, I do. I just don't know to what degree.
Okay.
And the only reason why I don't know to what degree is because at least they were smart enough to make the transitional plan enact that 2 years ago. Cam Jurgens is not a rookie. He made the Pro Bowl last year.
I'm gonna say though, you did have some problems in protection there.
No, yeah. Again, all brand new stuff because guess who's calling the protections? Jalen Hurts. He's never done it before.
Okay,
So I'd like to see this. I'd like to see some more. Like, yeah, I'm expecting mistakes. I'm not expecting everything to be right. I'm expecting a drop in between Jason Kelsey and Cam Jurgens. But the one thing I will say is that I don't think it's going to be as bad as it could have been if they hadn't had this guy on the field for the last 2 years.
Well, I'm going to say that your fearless leader was worried a little bit last night. Let's go to the tape for a second here.
Who's he talking about?
US. The link is in the description. Check it out. Join today, and I'll see you there. Romeo Dors, can we get a Cowboys in the chat? Go Cowboys.
Reminding me of last year.
Oh, you talking about Philly?
Damn, that sucked on that return. Bad field position again.
DJ Dave for Super Chat. He goes, Devontae Smith with the save, 40-yard touchdown, Slim Reaper. I like it. Here's the
Jalen Hurts.
You talking about Philly 500?
Yeah.
Your fearless leader.
Hold on. It's coming.
No, he is not my leader.
It's coming. It's coming. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Second drive for the Eagles. First drive ended up with a Jalen Hurts so good interception. Let's see what Kellen Moore dials up this time. Juan Cruz, what's up? Galvin Smith, how you doing? William Barney, shout out.
That was a horrible throw. Horrible throw by Hurts. No question about it.
Listen, these guys.
Horrible throw. Horrible throw.
But you got to shake it off. You're only down 3.
Now, I'm going to say.
First and 10 at the 16.
I'm going to kill that. But I actually got to go through it because he had some golden ones last night. He was lighting up Nick Siri. Oh, my God.
Oh, I bet.
He was cray-cray last night on it.
I bet.
I'm going to say, here's the thing. Y'all really should have been blown out last night.
Oh.
I mean, honestly. Your defense. Now, here's what I'm going to say. This is the difference between, people will go through and say Dak sucks. Dak stinks and all that. But here's the thing. Your team, after that first drive where they're driving down like crazy, you get down to the 30-yard line, you push them back 5 yards, you get them on fourth down. They're too stupid to kick the field goal. They go for it on fourth down, get a penalty, and end up getting out of field goal range. That's 3 points left on the field. They get 2 turnovers in Eagle territory that should have been touchdowns, and they settle for 2 field goals. See, that's the difference of what happens. People will say, well, Dak sucks. He threw, a couple interceptions, a pick 6. We get interceptions, everybody else scores. But your defense, had they given up one touchdown there, it's a different game.
Yeah.
They had given up 1 touchdown on those 3 drives.
Yeah,
it's a different game. That's what I'm exactly. Your team didn't. Yes, my quarterback made a couple of interceptions in the game, but my defense never stopped them. That's the difference. That's what I can't impress upon people. Is they look,
That's why it ain't all on Dak.
So here it is. Everybody's singing the praise of Jalen Hurts today. Oh man, they won the game, but he had 3 turnovers. But your defense didn't. The defense didn't stop him. Stopped them. They didn't allow him to lose.
But here's the thing though. Even when he made the mistakes and everything like that, he threw 2 picks. He made a couple of bad decisions with holding on to the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like even with all those things happening, that dude stayed poised, and he didn't it's not like he had some stupid ass look on his face. It's not like he was looking like dumbfounded or anything like that. He put his head down and he kept chugging along and going and moving. That's what I wanted to see. I like that.
He had 2 TDs and 2 interceptions.
In adversity, he's going to keep trying. And that's all I need to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm glad I know he got that in him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about.
So for
the first game.
All right. Well, his rating was an 80 last night. Not outstanding.
And what's his name was 83.
Mm-hmm. Jordan,
Jordan Love. Look, they both
sucked. I agree. They both sucked ass.
Spraying MCL. 3 to 6 weeks.
3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, they both had 34 attempts. Jordan Love had 17 completions. Jalen had 20. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them had like what 400 something yards of offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it was an all around.
It was an ugly bad game.
Yeah, it was just a bad game.
Yeah.
That's a weird
That first game is Russ game.
Yeah, I always and I said throughout the week, if there's ever a game to lose,
but you know what the funniest thing is?
Good team, it's the first game because it's the first time y'all all being on the field together.
Yeah, but the funny thing is you can take any game. I don't care if it's a blowout or a close game, and there's about 4 or 5 plays that literally determine that game.
Yeah, there's a show called Turning Point.
Right, and you could literally look at if that first drive. I think if Green Bay scores in that first drive, that changes the whole game completely. Or that second interception, if they score, that all of a sudden that's beginning where that whole thing just shifts.
Or to Loyal's point, what if Reed didn't get the interception?
True, right, exactly, and that's what's crazy. The difference between winning and losing is so small that it can literally go either way at any point. So, I enjoyed watching the game last night, and I enjoyed having it with all the people and stuff in here. Thomas, are you going to the game?
Saquon too.
Yeah, are you worried about Saquon? Because during the offseason, you kept saying y'all not going to rely on Saquon as much as the Giants did. Where he y'all relied on him a lot.
Derek, did you see that field last night?
He ain't gonna make it if you keep
those
using
field conditions required that. I don't think that's. I'm sorry, bro, but ask me again after week 2. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been telling everybody here, like, that game for both teams, as a matter of fact, for all 4 teams, is horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was
here's the thing that history-wise, and I don't know if it's going to hold true or not, but with Saquon, he always starts out the season well, but he goes downhill. Now, Thomas, are you going to the game?
You gonna stay woke? Yes, sir.
I was going to say, I was like, if you're at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you're only a couple hours away from Cleveland.
No, we downtown Cleveland right now. As a matter of fact, we're ready to pass the stadium.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you said you just left the Hall of Fame, but okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Hey, Thomas, you need to come over here to this place called Dina's Pizza.
Say what now?
There's a place I'm at. There's a little sports club called Dina's Pizza, man. They got some good food over here.
Venus Beach?
Dina's Pizza.
Venus Pizza?
I wish I had Game Time on here. We went to
Deep dish pizza? What?
Oh man.
Venus Pizza.
Yeah, a buddy of mine said he had Venus Pizza.
Me and Game Time went up to a sports bar that was right on the water. About a mile away from the stadium, and we had some fantastic food, and it had an outdoor seating area that was just incredible. The views were nice. I mean, they had like an old train bridge that's like up in the air and stuff that's up in there that's rusted out, but the looks of downtown Cleveland, it has changed a lot over the years.
So has Kansas City too.
Yeah, well, we were at Kansas City for the draft there 2 years ago.
And wait till you see Nashville. Jesus.
I'll tell you what, Nashville, that is a straight up tourist trap.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be up here for a minute, Thomas.
What you talking about, Leo? That's my home city. What you talking about, man?
Just like all you when you go to Nashville, all you see is cranes. And you just see
cranes,
all these buildings being built. Like it's just blowing up.
Take it easy.
It's crazy. You can see it. You can see how much it's growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're growing, man.
Yeah. All you see is cranes. You know what I'm saying? Building, drop that cement, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're building a dome down there for the Titans.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. See, the same thing happened in Kansas City too. It's like, God damn, and of course
all that NFL money.
And also for my industry as well. My industry is really bustling in Missouri, on the Missouri side of things.
Okay.
So That's what actually brought me to Kansas City.
All right, so enough with the construction of the country here. We got football going on, man. Okay, great. So Nashville's growing. It ain't changing my life at all. I got the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow. I'm talking about Trash and Eagle. He's like, man, it's got a lot of concrete and cranes. Man, come on, man. Go watch Discovery Channel or something, you know? Engineering disasters or some shit if that's what you want to do. We're here to talk about football. Come on, man.
We won. So
damn. Okay. Well, then sit your ass down and shut the F up and take your victory. We got the Cowboys tomorrow. I don't give a rat's ass about a crane in Nashville.
I'm just saying, like, I'm mind free.
Hey, Leo.
Worry free.
There. I just muted his ass. Shut the fuck up, man. Excuse me. I hope my dad's not watching. I'm sorry, Dad. And I'm going to get your account set up. Bet US. Okay. Now, would anybody without the name Leo Bridgewater or the handle Bird Section like to say anything?
We're winning by 3, 24-27. Final answer.
24-27. Okay. All right.
Brandon Aubrey's going to be our hero, man. He's going to kick us a big ass field goal.
I'm actually hoping that we just go out there and make a statement.
Exactly, dude. I want to see that too. I want to see
to me, the biggest there's two great matchups, and if you are a defensive person, you have to love this. For Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett, both of them are going against not ideal situations. Tyler Guyton getting his first start going against an MVP. Defensive MVP, you got to have some butterflies. You don't know how that's going to go. And you've got the Browns, of course, with their left tackle who's coming back from an ACL playing right tackle, which definitely can be a position where Micah Parsons feasts. But then again, we don't know where Micah Parsons is going to be. The assassin.
Yeah, we're going to stop the run, and I believe Mike is going to take advantage of them tackles and prove a point. He wants Defensive Player of the Year.
He really does.
And I think he's going to make a statement.
He, if he stays healthy, and if this defensive front, see, and that's the thing that your defense gets, Leo. And don't say nothing. Keep your shit muted. The thing that I will say is your defensive front has the potential to get penetration, and that is key to be able to stop that run. You got problems with your linebackers, although Nakobe Dean did make a good couple of plays in there. I'm still not sold on his ass, but be that as it may.
I think Baum was all over the place too. Got to give him his flowers.
Who?
Zach Baum.
He
was killing him. He was balling out.
Yep. Even though it was a bad field, though, right? It wasn't affecting them, though, right? But I will say that I'm sorry. I am not with the whole international games. To have your quarterback get injured, have to be on a flight for 11, 12 hours before you can even get him checked out, that's kind of crazy. And for a field the way that was, man, that literally was worse than FedEx Field, which is one of the worst ones. I haven't seen a field that bad since, remember when the Steelers had the field that was so wet that the football literally stuck into the ground? Literally, Mexico City was really bad. Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
Oh, your battle cry. Who's the Super Bowl? We got robbed.
No. Because Kansas City was out there too. All I'm saying to you is that come on, bro. You saw that field.
That field was horrible. It's like a slip and slide, man.
Yeah.
Was it the field or they had the wrong cleats?
It's the field, dude. It's the field. I don't even think even having 2-inch cleats would have.
Derek J, the official and officially the NFL officially put the blame of the field in Arizona on the Eagles. They said it was our fault.
But you know what, Leo? You know what y'all should have did? Y'all need to blame y'all need to blame the equipment manager.
Absolutely.
The equipment manager, he should have been smart enough to say, we're going to another field. We need to make sure we got the right there.
I don't know, man. I blame Roger Goodell for that, really.
That was one of those ones that, they have to, if you're going to do that, you got to really have better conditions.
Hey, man.
Than that.
Whoever they sent.
And not on. Damn.
Whoever they sent down ahead of everybody else in terms of making sure everything was right, the whole 9 yards, whoever that person is, that's the one I'm holding responsible.
They need to get fired like the Commanders content creator.
Say what?
I said he needs to get fired like the Commanders content creator.
That man is. You can tell he was on an interview. I don't know why he didn't tell us.
Well, no, what it was I bet you she was hot. Okay, I bet you she was looking good. He was thirsty. Oh, she's enjoying what I'm saying. Let me make some more shit up and say.
Those questions were interview questions.
She's like, oh, really? So what is it like, baby? Them football players, they ain't that bright. He was thinking he was gonna get some. Okay.
She said something. Now let's go back to what you were saying a little bit ago. Can you explain that further? Like that's an interview question. Why didn't you understand?
He saw the tatas and was thinking, I'm going to get lucky here. I got to make myself sound like a big shot. Like, I'm the fixer here to make the shit shine with the Commanders and all that, okay? He literally, he was, hey, man, I'm on, you got to look at it. Look, he was kind of pasty. You could see he did not get out a lot. I mean, not that I'm saying that being a content creator, because I am one. He looked like he's been in his mama's basement for a long time, okay? And he finally, man, I got me a hot date right now. Let me get it. Okay. That's what I think happened. I'm telling you, that's what I think happened. Deshaun Watson will lose Dak and get a massage afterwards. Oh, man, damn, that's just cold. So now here's what we realized. After watching that game last night and looking at the looking at the Green Bay Packers, I'm pissed even more about the way we lost the end of the season. That didn't look anything near like the same team.
Well, Jacobs looked pretty bad out there.
Yeah, he looked real good.
He looked better in the second half, but the first half he wasn't getting anything. But again, that goes back to the Eagles' defensive front gets tired.
Yeah. And personally, I think the Packers made a mistake signing Jacobs and cutting Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron Jones is still better in the
Magical Elixir. Magical Elixir. You want to see some magic, bro? Hold on. Magical Elixir. Let me give you some magic here, buddy. Boom. You're out of here. How about that?
These people is crazy. Okay. They just want to come back at everything. When I grow up, Mark,
you're not a content creator. Is this content? And I created it. I'm a content creator. So if you don't like it, dude, get the hell out of here.
These people are tired. You don't create content. You just make videos. That's the same thing. These people.
It's like, the one I get is, when I say that I'm new media, right? Okay. You're not media. Wait a minute. It's called social media. Okay. Social media. It doesn't matter if it's social media. If it's media, it's media. How stupid are some of you people? Okay. I'm sorry. I digress. Julian up here playing PlayStation and shit.
Playing some Madden, and I'm using our boys versus the Browns.
Okay. And what's the simulators got?
Hey, Chris, what you delivering over there?
I'm up 14-6 second quarter, so we got 2 sacks on Deshaun. So
that's going to be an interesting one to see how Deshaun.
Going to be just like that.
Deshaun Watson, because being in Cleveland, does not get a lot of games on TV, so he doesn't have the national audience. Think back to 2020. Right. When he had that great season number-wise, Linda, you're 100% right. Shout out to Linda. I attract the trolls like flies. I guess they're saying that I'm the poop emoji, and that's why they're flying here. But think about 2020 when they said that he's a top 5 quarterback, even though it was a 4-12 season, and he had 30 TDs and like 4,800 yards passing, and it's like, oh my God, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Since that time, he's had, been injured a lot. He's got 14 TDs and 9 interceptions. So this will be a big game to be on nationally televised game for a guy who is due $73 million the next 2 years, fully guaranteed.
You can watch him. He clearly ain't the same player.
No, I don't know what happened. No. This is where you wonder, because think about Deshaun? Deshaun Watson, yeah.
Well, they just
he's had a shoulder injury.
Something was happening earlier in the week. Right?
Well, yeah, he had shoulder surgery in the offseason again. But see, here's the thing that's interesting to me is it seems like we anoint guys after a great season, and you start to wonder, is this the exception or is this the rule? Because if you remember, like Justin Herbert, his second year, he was off the chain. I think he had 38 TDs and like 5,000 yards passing, and everybody's been, oh, he's elite. But then you look at the next 2 years, it's really been average. And that's the same thing with Deshaun Watson. You look at that year, 2020, he wasn't bad the first couple of years, but now he's kind of fallen off a cliff. You could look at that with, say, Carson Wentz. His second year was fantastic. Was that an aberration? Or what? Because the other years, he didn't look anywhere close to that.
Yeah.
So this is where, again, I know that they were working on Jordan Love's calf last night. Maybe it was cramps, but his mechanics looked terrible last night.
I don't think he was ever comfortable.
He didn't.
He started out slow last year.
Whether he was pressured or not, he was always looking. He was falling back.
I don't think he could ever plant like he wanted to. You see what I'm saying?
I understand that, but falling backwards?
Yeah, you said his mechanics were off, and I'm like, well, he was working on them last night before the injury. I don't think he could.
Well, this is a question of think about the season that they had. The first half of the season, he was not good. He got hot the second half, and they played really, really well. So the question is, which Jordan Love is it?
Well, right now it's going to be the on ice Jordan Love.
Yeah, it's going to be the one we're not going to see you. And so you just have to start looking at that and saying, okay, what's their season going to be like?
Don't you guys have to play them again this year?
No, we don't play them.
No,
how long is he out?
3 to 6.
3 to 6 weeks.
3 to 6 weeks.
He got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very lucky. And they say, are they going to get a second opinion?
They are pumping up Kellen Moore in this chat right now.
Pumping him up?
They're pumping up Kellen Moore. They said you saw Kellen Moore magic last night. Why couldn't he do that with Dak, which he did?
You mean those 3 turnovers that Jalen?
Yeah,
okay. I tell you what, had that pick 6 happen, if dude hadn't dropped that, they'd be killing Kellen Moore right now.
Hey, didn't they drop
wait till the playoffs? Hey, when the playoffs, we'll see if they have that same optimism.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well,
that's what you guys.
Kellen Moore led Dak Prescott to 15 interceptions. That was Kellen Moore.
That's Kellen's track record. Is taking chances.
And he showed y'all who he is in the first game.
There you go.
All those
for the Packers, their next 6 games, they've got the Colts, they got
really
the Titans, Vikings.
Really need that to happen.
They've got the Rams.
We don't.
They got the Cardinals and the Texans.
It already happened.
We seen it.
No, I'm saying y'all need that to happen to us. You got to have some kind of vindication. Needs to happen.
We lived it. We already vindicated him what he did last year. The man got fired last
question, though. I have a question for you. What happens if we go to the Super Bowl and win?
Then you said what?
What happens when we go to the Super Bowl and win?
Oh, you just killed it now.
When?
You just jinxed it.
What will the narrative?
Hey, hold on. Forget that question, bro.
I will eat every word I said.
No, bro. We asked you about your judgment on the Eagles yesterday, and you was like, the grass was bad. The grass is bad. And now you asking us, what if the Eagles win?
Come on, dog.
We don't give a fuck.
I hate when y'all do that. I hate when you say something that don't sound like me. I really would appreciate it if you're gonna quote me, make it sound like me. Don't do that.
I'm not here.
Please don't do that.
I'm not here to sound just like you. I don't care what you hate. I don't care.
That's just terrible. You just like mess up the whole thing.
All right,
go ahead, make it up. Go ahead.
Cool.
What did I say? Go ahead, bro. Whatever you want, man.
We asked you about the Eagles,
I'm worry free.
You saying the field is bad.
You in customer service.
And now you asking us about
service, bro. I'm in checkout.
Bro, that shit is old.
Hey, you still got a game tomorrow.
Bro, that shit is old.
Woo.
That shit is old. That shit is old, sir. Like, true story. Like, I've been at work listening to you talk about the Eagles on the Cowboy Network,
Yes.
A lot.
Go back to work.
A lot.
Go ahead. Go deliver. Go ahead.
Hey, if we met in person, I wish you would be this disrespectful. Like real shit.
Oh, come now.
You started off when you started making.
Come on. This is a friendly rivalry now. Come on now.
Football. Just chill out, though.
Look.
Okay.
Y'all got a game tomorrow. I'm done.
Man,
we're good. We won.
We two champions, man. We gonna get out of here.
Leave.
We
I'm
won.
gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's get high. Yeah. Now, come on now. It's just a friendly rivalry here now. Okay. So, Leo is obnoxious. Okay. And we know it. We know how birds are when they win. That they are the greatest thing ever because look, they win a sloppy ass game and get lucky. Yes. Their quarterback has 3 turnovers that should have been 5, and now Kellen Moore is a genius. And he's talking Super Bowl after week 1.
No, I asked you what happens if we go to the Super Bowl and then win. What would
bro? Just the fact that you said what if. We go to the Super Bowl.
That defense ain't gonna bring you there, bro.
Seriously,
because all I've heard is how bad Kellen Moore is. I've heard every.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Hold, bro. We didn't say he's bad every single game, but there's going to be times, those playoff losses that you want to strap on Dak Prescott. Guess what? He was the offensive coordinator for a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott hiking the ball. Y'all laughed at us.
Yeah.
That's Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
We just telling you what we've been through.
Well,
that's all.
But again, all I'm asking is if you guys keep taking me down that rabbit hole, can we at least one time go down the other rabbit hole?
What rabbit hole? What, the Super Bowl rabbit hole?
This is
weird. Rabbit hole.
Most of these guys didn't start in the preseason to play, so they're getting acclimated.
Yeah,
right.
And number 2,
and here's
a crappy field.
And mind you,
the Packers played like crap.
Mind you, Leo.
Hey, Chris,
Leo, hold up, bro.
Hey, bro, you can stop speaking to me, nigga.
Whoa.
Fuck all that bullshit.
Okay. But let's calm down.
You, Leo, nigga, don't speak to me then.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, both of you. But guys, time out, man.
Anybody see the game yesterday, boy?
Time out.
I did.
That field
yes,
was
I
out
did.
there.
That's why it got
Bobby Beninsky. Shout out to you for the super chat, buddy.
I didn't watch
at him.
I
don't even feel that was a fair matchup, to be honest.
Chris, it looked like Arizona in the Super Bowl.
But here's what I'm going to say.
I've never seen 2 teams play so bad and put up 30 points. That game was weird.
Right.
It really was.
Over 800 yards of offense.
And so no defense. No defense. Not good defense.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was terrible.
Dak's gonna tear that defense up.
Oh, well, wait a minute. They're playing in Cleveland, right?
No, he's talking about when we play you guys in the future.
You know.
Oh no. Well, let's wait till you get to see everybody. I want to see everybody because Game Time was the one who told me about Devin White. I had no idea that even happened.
That he was injured?
I thought he was the savior.
No. I didn't. Dustin, it's brand new news to me. I had no idea. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened. What did they say to him? And what did he say back? And who was he yelling at? And did they was it a real fist fight or what? What was going on?
I missed all of that.
I want to know.
Okay, I missed all that.
Yeah, no, Game Time was telling me. He said
okay.
They came up with some kind of phantom injury. And then all of a sudden he couldn't travel with the team.
Yeah, I heard that he was injured and he wasn't traveling with the team. I didn't hear about a fight.
Yeah. No, Game Time ran it down.
Doing all right.
I heard it was because he lost his job anyway.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he felt some kind of way.
Hey, yeah, I like that shirt. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So I want to know.
I like it too. It helps me out a lot.
I just don't know, it's I didn't see anything and I didn't read anything.
No problem.
So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I want to know what all happened and what's the situation with Isaiah Rodgers? You know what I'm saying? What's the update?
Okay. All right. Screw the Eagles. Screw the Eagles. Okay, I know. I don't care what you're saying, man. Okay, we'll deal with that next week. We got the Cowboys playing tomorrow, man. You guys don't play till next Sunday. We got plenty of time to figure out your dysfunction later.
All right, so how about this? Isn't Cleveland's defense like a top 10 defense?
Yes, and isn't the Dallas Cowboys offense the highest scoring from last year? That's all I keep hearing. Cleveland's defense, they top 10 defense. How about that Cowboy offense with no names?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, that's with one receiver like they always talk about.
Cowboys, they ain't got nobody. Somehow they scored, 5 points more than your team did, Leo?
And you know what? The last year the Cowboys had a
without Kellen Moore.
The Cowboys had a problem last year picking up like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 on the ground.
True.
And
that's
I think that was due to the center, so that's going to improve this year, I believe.
Everybody's sleeping on Cooper
not
Beebe.
having-
He's going to be dominant.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Mark been running Cooper Beebe like all season.
I think Cooper's going to be all right.
Listen to me. Listen. I was right about Dak Prescott, y'all.
Hey, Mark, I ain't taking that from you. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Cooper Beebe's name's been tossed around here quite a number of times.
I tell you what, as opposed to Biotish, who was always so high up, he'd literally get lifted up and dropped in Dak Prescott's lap over and over again. Cooper Beebe, that he's young, he is strong, and he works with leverage. And he always has that smile on his face.
Yeah, that lower center of gravity he has is pretty good.
Yep, definitely.
You can tell he loves the game.
Yeah, he loves to get dirty. Okay, he loves to get down and dirty. But he comes from a football, or sports family, because even his mom does sports and everything else. I got a chance to talk to his dad and stuff. He's real cool people. I've been, and I tell you what, it's been a great week for me because my old channel came back.
The one you lost.
My original channel is back.
How?
You know what? I think YouTube woke up and said, why are we blocking these channels that have content that could be out there making money for us? So it started kind of like a couple of months ago where I started seeing my old channel on there. It was like a tease, and I'd click on it and say, this action isn't available and stuff. And then my icon popped up on it, and I clicked on it and said, your channel's been terminated. You have until like May 15th, 2024 to appeal. And I'm like, it's freaking June. Why didn't you tell me that 2 months ago?
Right.
And then I happened to, with my other channel that I made to help, as YouTube help, trying to give tips to people starting a channel. I clicked on it and it says your channel's been terminated, but you can appeal. And I was like, there's no date on it. I clicked on it. In 2 hours, the channel was back with still 26,000 subscribers to it and every single video that was on it.
Nice.
What?
So, there's videos because
I can't content off of there now. You can now download it.
Yeah. Well, it's about 4,000 videos though, so it's like where I'm putting on. But hopefully it won't be shut down.
Still, if you're looking for something, that's cool.
But there's some videos like there's the very first video that or actually here's a great one that I'm really loving because this is a claymation of Joe Boo, which my wife. Oh, I love the claymation where he's literally pushing your ego off the shelf.
Oh wait a minute. I saw that.
Okay. That was one of the very first videos that I did. Okay. But I had Joe Boo. See, it started out where I used to just, Joe Boo was the guy talking on the channel.
On the road to victory.
E-A-G-L-E.
Okay. But it used to be the channel was really all about Joe Boo because I would just kind of like have Joe Boo and hold the camera back here and act like he's talking. So we have there's a video there where he goes up to Emmitt Smith and starts talking to him about his business, Pro Viva. And it's like a 4-minute interview with Emmitt Smith that Joe Boo's doing. I've got it with like Michael Irvin and Kurt, what's his name? Quarterback, Hall of Famer. But it's crazy because I forgot about all this shit that used to be on that channel. So it's really kind of cool to bring back some of that stuff, Resurrected and things. So it's been a good week. And maybe that's a good sign for the Cowboys for this season. Anybody think it's going to be a good season for the Cowboys?
I do.
I think it's going to be a great season. Hey, Leo.
Tell yourself. Yes, sir.
Hey, let me ask you a question because you most of the time seem like you got an unbiased opinion from what I've seen. But do you think that we're going to be better at stopping a run with Linval Joseph and Jordan Phillips now?
I could tell you from personal experience, from my perspective, having had Linval Joseph, competent DT. I ain't gonna lie, I was not happy when I saw that sign. I was like, damn.
So do you think it's up? You think it's
Shout out to Super Sport Ricky for the super chat. Jalen Hurts, he's picking up right where he left off last year.
Jonathan Hankins. Do you think having him
Linval Joseph versus Jonathan Hankins?
Linval.
Yeah, I would take Linval Joseph. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the dude he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was very serviceable. You know what I'm saying? In a nice little healthy rotation. You know, like, yeah, he that dude. We had him and Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the two of them, just because we had the two of them, I think having the both of them in a nice little rotation is what helped get them through the rest of the year. They
right.
didn't even do the whole year.
You can't, you're not looking for him to be 50 plays a week.
Yeah. Well, we went.
Oh, you
went? Yeah, they helped us get there. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't actually win it. You remember we had Robert Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Most people
didn't do anything
on the team. Yeah, he didn't do anything. But hooked us up with the what you call it though, right, Mark? The compensatory picks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Him, Javon. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the one thing. Like, I know people like down that whole thing of us getting somebody like Robert Quinn when we did and everything like that, but there was so much more about it, you know what I'm saying, because it went into the formulation for the compensatory picks and we got hooked up. We got hooked up.
You got one for Robert Quinn? He signed with somebody after y'all?
No, I'm saying when we do that, when you do that.
If you have somebody who plays well and gets a good contract, Well, we've got that next year too. So now we've got 4 extra picks. We maxed out.
I think y'all maxed out.
Yeah, we maxed out next year.
Yeah.
And so away from the Eagles and bad trades and good trades that I don't know how we keep with the Cowboys playing in less than 24 hours. We keep talking about the Eagles
because Linval played for us too. But yes, y'all. That was a.
Does anybody think that Dak Prescott is going to get his contract before game time tomorrow?
No,
I don't.
No,
not at all. I don't.
Because there's, in my opinion, there's no reason to rework his cap and everything for this season. There's no need to change anything since the team is already made.
But but here's the thing: if you create more cap space, you can roll it over into next year, which you're going to need it. Next year, you really going to need it because you got Deron Bland that's in that position. You've got Tyler Smith that's got to get paid. You got Micah that's got to get paid.
Osa.
Yeah, Osa and Digazua. You got a lot of guys that are going to need to get paid. So if you create that space this year and roll it over to next year, then that just helps you get that stuff together. So, it's kind of like, think about what Cleveland did. There really wasn't a need for Cleveland necessarily to do Deshaun Watson this year, but they ended up taking $55 million of his contract, restructuring so they get $35 million this year. But that kicked his number up to 73 next year. Now, they got like 50-some million right now, but they have only 15 next year, I think, or minus 15. So they can roll it back over to help him out for next year. So you're right about the die's cast right now for the Cowboys. We got $20 million right now, which we can roll over into next year. But grabbing some of that 55, it may behoove the Cowboys to try and just say, we're just going to keep that number high this year and start it out lower for the years going down. Who knows what they're working on that. I still wish the Cowboys would invest with somebody who really understands the caps and contracts. No disrespect. Actually, I do mean to disrespect Stephen Jones. But Stephen Jones and his Marketplace Grill trainer, literally he went from college to being a trainer for Marketplace Grill to start working for the Cowboys, and he's been at the Cowboys for 20 years, and he's the VP of contract and cap. Sorry. That doesn't fly. The Cowboys do so many good things. That's one of those ones that when you gain an extra $500 million in value, maybe we can spend $1 million a year for a guy that really understands the cap.
Country club running the football.
Say what, Loyal?
Country club running the football team.
You're right about that. You know, it's nice to see all the Eagle fans back up in here tonight. You know, they have been missing in action last couple of days. Great to see you guys again, Twiz and crew. Other than Linda. Linda's always here. Shout out to Linda because she ain't scared. All right, so what's everybody's prediction for tomorrow? Do you think the Cowboys have a chance even though they don't beat anybody season openers except the Giants? And will it matter if they don't?
Hey, streaks are made.
Is that true?
Streaks are made to be broken.
Since 2010, the Cowboys have beaten the Giants every time the season opener, but have lost to everybody else. And it used to be when the Cowboys won the season opener, they wouldn't make the playoffs, which is crazy.
There was a time if you won the Eagles season opener, you won the Super Bowl.
Michael Haba says 20-17 Cowboys. What's your prediction, Leo? Since you're the one on the screen here for the Cowboys. Take your hater glasses off.
Okay, taking my hater glasses off, the whole 9 yards. After what I've seen the last two games, I think it's going to be a low scoring game. You know, I think it's going to be something like, I don't know, 21-18 Cleveland.
Okay.
Let's make it 17-10.
17-10.
I think it's going to be 24-13. Dak pulls it away and end.
Yeah, I'm going to go 24-16 Cowboys.
24-27 Dallas. Aubrey's the hero.
Who's your running backs now? Tony Pollard.
No, Tony Pollard's going to Tennessee.
Zeke and them.
Well,
Zeke
Cook is still.
That'll Zeke, Cooks.
But Cooks is still on the practice squad.
Deuce.
Oh, so Deuce Vaughn did make the team.
Yeah. That last preseason game, he went off.
Squad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's on the practice squad.
Okay. I thought
I hope they
thought
give Deuce a chance.
Yeah, I thought the talk was he wasn't going to make the team. Okay.
I can't wait to see the line options.
Yeah, I think
the offensive line and defensive.
I'm ready to see this
play.
defense.
That too. But I can't wait to see what Guyton does and what they do using him. And I mean, like how they help him, like in the 21 personnel package, bringing tight ends,
Linda, it is
receivers in motion. So that's going to be an interesting matchup between Myles Garrett there. So that's going to be very cool to watch.
Mark, you see what Linda wrote?
What's your rate? Cowboys suck. Queen is here. All I know is I got to see Baby 88 tomorrow. Linda, damn, Leo, that ouch we set in. Okay.
Yes, it is. That created football. Oh wow. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys come out. What time's your game start? 1?
4:30.
Oh, okay, word.
The late game.
Y'all got the early game.
Rapid.
He's playing early.
Okay.
Is it early or is it at 1? I'm on West Coast.
Okay, so it'd be at 1 o'clock. It'll be at 1 your time.
Yeah,
it'll start 2 my time.
I'm on the East Coast, so it'll be 1 o'clock for me. That's the early game for me.
Yeah.
What time is the game? Y'all got me confused now.
We're all in different time zones. That's why.
4:30.
Okay.
Wait, where you at, man?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Virginia.
It's 1 o'clock. It's the 1 o'clock game.
No, it's 4:30.
It's 4:30.
Oh, y'all got the 4 o'clock game.
4:30.
It's the game of the week. Brady's gonna be at the commentary.
Yeah, before 4:30 your time. Yeah.
Oh, y'all game is Brady's first game.
Yeah, the first game commentary.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Wow.
I hope he ain't another Jason Witten out there. Just gonna Jason Witten was terrible at it.
They interviewed him today during the college football game. He's all right.
And we got the next 2 Sundays off.
The next 2 Sundays.
Yep. Next week we have the Monday night game next week.
Monday.
Not this coming, but the following week. We play Atlanta.
We don't play
Atlanta.
Y'all should win.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk Cousins down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see Cousins against that secondary.
Again, another test I welcome, and it's a dome game. So, like I'm finally no elements. I just want to see what this squad look like. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the card look like. I want to see everybody, what everybody looked like after a week of practice.
I'm not gonna lie. I really think the Eagles are gonna have a high flying offense, but you know what it is with defense. I mean, you got to be able to stop the top quarterbacks, and I don't know.
Listen, dog, that's going to be a work in progress. But I love seeing that rookie Quinyon Mitchell giving lip, the way he was talking back to those DBs. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
He's a good player. I'm a draft guy, so he's a really good player. He was voted at the Senior Bowl by his peers as the best DB.
Really?
There. So I had my eye on him for a minute, and I didn't like it when y'all got him, but I mean, it is what it is.
Well, they kept saying AJ Brown kept trying to pick fights with him during training camp, trying to get him mad, trying to get under his skin. He wouldn't give it to him. You know what I'm saying? So they liked it, I want to see, hey, look, Jahan Dotson only got targeted once. Dallas Goedert only got targeted once, and the other wide receiver only got targeted once. So, Devontae Smith only has.
Do you think that you'll be able to sustain that type of workload for Saquon Barkley over a season?
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think that to
all right,
Derek's
thank
point,
you. Bye-bye.
I think, yesterday the field conditions made it so that we needed to rely on Saquon more so than we should.
It dictated.
Yeah. But I think that Saquon, I think Christian McCaffrey, I think Derrick Henry, I think all of them are on some sort of a pitch count. I really do. I really do.
Well, ultimately, that's what you want to have happen, because
who are your other running backs? I don't even know.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Okay.
And Shipley.
He did good. And we got another running back on the team too that did really.
Shipley.
Yeah, Will Shipley. Yeah, he's nice.
Clemson.
Yeah, he's
Clemson.
Nice.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he's better than Gainwell, but
a few other people was telling me that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
he's like an all-around running back. He can catch it and all that.
Right. I just want to see these guys. I've been hearing about them in training camp and everything like that. And mind you, Derek, none of our starters played any preseason games on offense.
Well, that's pretty much standard.
That's what I'm worried about.
Did y'all?
That's what I'm worried about.
Did the Eagles practice against another team during the training camp?
Oh yeah, they New England and I want to say the Jets. It was New England and Cleveland. It was New England and Cleveland. Because didn't we play Cleveland in the Hall of Fame game or something like that? We played one game.
No.
Yeah, it was. I know it was New England because of Gerard Mayo, because they kept talking about maybe we might end up getting the linebacker who went somewhere else from New England.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, while we were sitting here, how easy it is to make an account, Leo. Just while I was sitting here, I just did my Bet US for my dad. I got him all set up right now. All he's got to do is make a deposit, and he's going to get 150% matching, bro. My 86-year-old dad is now part of the Bet US family. And I'm now his bookie, mind you. Okay, I'm not getting paid or anything, but I'm his bookie. So I got to find out what he wants to bet on.
You know, I do the bets for like it's a 20-game parlay, and I pick and I put $5 on it. If I win, it's about 5,000.
There you go. Right, doing the parlay. That's where you really can make some money now. Now, you know, sometimes you get lucky and you can really hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you betting on, Mark?
I'm going to have to call him and see what he wants to go ahead and bet. But I'm going to send him an email to let him know he is ready to rock and roll. All right, so
my wife download the app now.
It's really simple to get started into it, and I mean they have online, video game, like slot machines and everything else. You can do blackjack and things, any sport. I'm wondering if they actually will let you gamble on 2 cockroaches running up the wall. I don't know if there's odds on that or not, but I bet
there's a lot of stuff.
I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff on there, but make sure you bet responsible and don't bet the house. Okay. All right. I ain't got room for you here, bro. I just don't. Okay. Bet responsibly, but definitely you can get that 150% matching using YouTube 150 is the thing on there. All right.
And set a limit.
Yes.
Like now.
Well, see, here's what I always do. Whenever I go to Vegas, I say, okay, I've got $300 I'll bet. And if I bet it and I lose it, I lost it having fun. That's like the cost of a ticket or a cheap ticket, actually. And if when I start winning, what I always do, like I play blackjack, okay, I'm winning, I'll put a chunk of it in my pocket and say I'm going to hold on to that. And if I lose that, then I lost that. So, usually with that, at worst case, I usually break even. Maybe lose a little bit, but I'm not going to go through. I don't want to be one of those guys that just keep throwing and throwing and throwing. Just it's entertainment for me.
Yep, as I say, bet responsibly, because I won. This was like 9 years ago. I won like $3,000 in the lottery game, and was so excited. I spent $1,500 trying to chase that excitement again. So I spent $1,500 of my winnings trying to win again. So
if I win $3,000, I'm out.
I know, but that feeling, I was up like 12, 1 in the morning after winning, couldn't go to sleep. Once I got it, $1,500 went out the window. It's crazy.
Well, I tell you what was a great night for me was, or 2 times in Vegas, we went with our friends Judy and Lawrence, and I remember staying up playing blackjack, right? And my wife was like, "Okay, I'm bored. I'm going to the room, going to bed." And she said, "Don't wake me unless you win big." And I just got on a roll playing blackjack. I'd started out with $200, and I'd gotten up to $900. So I had, $500 chip and a couple $100 chips, and I'm big roller here. So I bust into our hotel room and I throw, boom, $500 chip at her. I said, "Look at that, boom." She's like, "Are you crazy? What are you doing? Hit me with something." I said, "That's $500 I just hit you with." So I don't care. You don't be hitting me with shit. I was like, okay. I was like, "But I won $900. She's like, "Okay, but don't be hitting me with shit." That, and we were, the Super Bowl for the Giants in New England was in Arizona. And my wife had to go, of course, for United Way, and she was in Florida, so she was flying directly to Phoenix. And I was looking at the flights for like $900. I'm like, bro, I was like, that's too much for a flight, because the flights to Vegas were only like $200. So I said, "Honey, I'll fly to Vegas, spend the night, and I'll drive to Arizona the next day." And she's like, "Okay." And I put $200 on the Giants to win straight up. And so that turned into $1,200. So it was like, okay, that was worthwhile. So I'm driving back to Vegas to pick up my $1,200. But it's so much easier now, of course, being able to just do it on an app or on your computer and stuff like that. At least if you're not in Texas, because they haven't passed it yet in Texas, but they're working on it. All right. Anybody else got anything else to add? And if anybody would like to come over and help me get all my shit done for tomorrow, I'm more than happy to let you come on over, because you can work for food, because we're going to have a lot of it tomorrow.
Man, Mark, I would come down, but I have too many other things that I have to do on the personal side, especially with the little ones, man. My little one is heavy in the martial arts, so he does some matches tomorrow. He does competitive martial arts. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Hey, this ain't me. This is all him.
I'd be there, but I'm way the hell over here. Anyway, no, I'm excited for game day tomorrow, man. I just can't wait. It's been too long of a wait.
Mark, when are you gonna have the reaction show? Like,
I'll try to
reaction to what?
I'm sorry. So this will be the show. This will be our Sunday show is going to be on Saturdays now.
Yeah, I'm going to do a game, because I start live streaming. I do the whole day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't do the whole game, because I sometimes have to take David Wiley home and stuff, and it gets to be hard. After 8 hours of football, sometimes if you start out at the 1 o'clock games and you do Sunday night game, you're talking about 11 hours. That's a long time to be sitting there talking and stuff. But we'll start out. I'll be up first thing in the morning cooking and getting everything together, and then we'll be live streaming. Before 1, we'll do the early games. I've got it set up here. So I've got a 70-inch and I've got a 65-inch TV here with the YouTube Sunday Ticket now. You can do the quad boxes with different angles, but I'm actually thinking about setting it up so I have a TV for the Cowboys with every angle up on one screen, and then having the big TV with the main game on it. So that way you can see all the different angles. So it's really customizable now, which is why it's going to probably be more expensive next year, because the NFL, they want to take all your money.
Yeah, I got the whole thing with the 4 screens and whatnot.
You
could do with the Sunday Ticket and everything. So, and yesterday was my first time broadcasting during a game. So I was looking at that. There's a lot of things I got to clean up, especially like just being able to give commentary and forgetting and remembering that I am actually supposed to be talking. But I'll be watching the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
And I'm supposed to, oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, y'all. Jalen just hiked the ball. He missed. So
fumble.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me too. I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, little things just to stay engaging and whatnot. And I wanted to be able to see it, test it, go through it. Mark is right. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one. And mind you, Mark doesn't just cover his game.
Right. That's where I'll be watching all the games early. So I think the Giants, I hope, are at 1 o'clock. I haven't actually looked at it. The Giants should be at 1 o'clock because nobody cares.
That's terrible.
And the Commanders are at 4.
1 o'clock.
The Commanders are at 4 against Tampa Bay.
Mark is just terrible. I mean, goddamn.
How many fumbles will Danny have tomorrow?
The thing is that I know this is coming from the heart because it just comes out so natural. So it's like, God damn.
Yeah, the Commanders are at 425. That's why I'm not getting them on. That's why I'm not getting the Cowboys on my TV.
Yeah, and that's where my dad's upset too.
So
peace, Mike. Peace.
Find
peace.
some other way.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Michael Hobbs said, "Good luck, Leo."
Mark, you can literally just post the chat on my TV and I'll be entertained. Like,
well, we'll let you know what's going on.
Somebody said in the chat that Zeke is not going to get over 200 yards the entire season. So if you break that down, that's averaging 11 point something yards.
That's a true hater.
Yeah.
They said Zeke ain't going to get that.
Okay.
Bro, we don't have a weakness on this team. I believe with this offensive line, it's going to make our running game better. Yeah, I don't think we have a weakness.
Really?
Period. All the years I've been watching football, like I'm telling you, when I wanted Zeke gone initially, but when you know, like when you lose something, you don't realize how good it was
until it's gone.
We miss his physicality. Like, and I'm telling you, him going with, as long as Rico can stay healthy, our running game will be effective with that center being able to push and get to the second level. People sleep on the importance of that. You should know that, Leo.
I was going to say, yeah.
So,
yeah. I just need to see. I want these guys to play in real games for a little while longer, which is the same thing you're going to need with your center. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you like they need actual real game reps together.
Green to east. Okay. I'm gonna
my business partner is a retired offensive lineman with the Baltimore Ravens, and he always talks to me about the importance of the continuity with being able to play with these guys on the offensive line. That's the real game right there. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what the guy to your left and your right doing. You pretty much got to know what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? And
it's a quarterback of the offensive line.
Yeah, and be able to do it together in a particular way.
Cohesive team way.
Yeah. That, like listening to him break it down to me, about what it really means to play on the offensive line in the trenches. It's ridiculous, the things that they have to think about, it makes sense why those guys are normally like the smartest people on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very cerebral like and everything like that, they can, and Gene is like that. He's got that whole thing with, they're gifted, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, a cornucopia of ideas. And so seeing how, we just went through it again, like you said, Jason Kelsey's gone. You saw with the fumbling of the snaps and all that stuff. Some guys need to be him and Jalen gotta, you know what I'm saying, gotta go through that. It's gonna be some growing pains. We gotta go through it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I worry about. There's gonna be growing pains with Tyler Guyton and for Cooper Beebe. The thing that actually what I feel good about is having actually somebody like Zeke back there. Also, too, when you think about, we've gone through some bad offensive lines with Dak Prescott. And so he should be better suited, understanding that he's got to get rid of the ball quicker. So, this is where if you had a rookie quarterback and a rookie left tackle, it's a disaster. But I think that they're going to be in okay shape with
that. Overall, I am happy with the way I am happy with the way our defense looked. It could be better, because there's a lot that can be fixed. But the good thing is that it's all fixable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in seeing how you guys respond to the whole Zimmer thing too. Like that's going to be like the way, that whole system is going to look. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Zimmer inherited a horrible defense. You see what I'm saying? So let's just see how, I'm curious to see how you guys respond. How this group responds to his coaching style and the way he plays, the way he wants y'all to play.
Well, I don't think that offenses will be able to just go in games and be like, oh, they're running cover 3 or, oh, they're running, and with Zimmer, he's disguising everything. And I mean, that may go against us at times, but I think overall we will be a more sound defense where we don't give up games like we did with Green Bay.
Which is why I'm really looking forward. I'm praying we make it to week 13 relatively healthy on both sides of the ball, because I want to see how defenses like yours handles at that point a Philadelphia Eagles team who's been playing together for a while. Because by week 13 they will have been, you could say that's a while, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
we'll have Bland back by then too.
Right. And hopefully we won't have any, significant injuries or anybody. And if we did, someone coming back. But again, like a more battle tested team. both teams will be more battle tested come week 13. So that should be very interesting. And seeing how the offensive lines have come together at that point. The Eagles have the biggest offensive line in the league right now. Like that, we have the biggest offensive line. So what we saw yesterday, can get cleaned up. Everything can be cleaned up. And we now, and the good news is that as of this very moment today, for us, we have the film to be able to start trying to clean this up and working on it, and plus the other stuff.
Right.
You guys still have one more day, and then you'll be able to answer the same question.
Well, in my opinion, I believe the first week or two is just really all about that exactly, cleaning things up, and you haven't even really established an identity, a true identity yet.
What is it marked by what? Week 4? Week 5?
I usually say like October. Now, this month we actually have 4 games. Usually only have 3 in September.
So
I'd say 5 games.
So week 4, week 5 for you.
Right.
Okay.
October.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just need to see, let them get some more reps and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? If yesterday's, and you know what? Now that I think about it, didn't Kansas City and Baltimore play on a shitty field too? Because didn't it like thunder and rain and everything like that?
Not like it was for you.
It was delayed.
It was delayed, for
because of the rain.
About at least a half an hour. Yeah. But it wasn't anywhere near, NFL, the way they got their fields and stuff, man, them things drain great. They've got the whole built-in heating system in there and stuff. It's literally night and day difference in what you had there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was, but I'm like, that's a brand new facility. You know what I'm saying? That soccer field was brand new, and it's like.
Yeah, but they had to go from it being a soccer field. I mean, they had to plant the field goal posts and everything else, get it painted up and things. So you don't know how much work they had to do to get that thing together. But it was tore up when they left it last night. It was definitely tore up.
When I logged on this morning, I was looking at it, and they were showing footage of them going onto the field after the game and showing what it looked like, and I was like, "Good God Almighty!" You know what I'm saying? No wonder dude got hurt. What up, Walker Wade? What's good, big dog?
I'm tired of you Eagles.
I'm serious,
man. I bet you are. I would be that way too if I was you right now.
Lucky.
Yeah, there you go. Already. You know what I'm saying? Already, but luck.
Don't you worry. When y'all meet us, it ain't gonna be no luck because we beating that ass.
That's
all I gotta say.
I told you, I'm predicting we're going to sweep y'all, brother. Come on, you coming to the game, so that's going to help, right, Mark?
Put 100 on
it. Did you read my super chat, Mark, or no?
I'm sorry, I missed it, bro. Wait a minute, your super chat. Let me see. Walker Wade, like Jimmy said, 3-inch headlines we will win the game. Book it. 3-inch headlines. Okay. Damn. Shout out to Walker Wade. I missed that.
Especially when we play them Eagles.
Oh, man.
Hey, Leo. Hey,
yes, sir.
I've been wanting to say this for a long time, but hey, last year y'all barely beat us at your own house, and then we smacked y'all at home. I really think we're going to sweep y'all this year.
Operative word, we beat you.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey.
Yeah. No, that's not we're not the same group. We're not the same group.
We're not either.
All right.
Keep that energy though. I want y'all to keep this. I want y'all
we
to
will.
maintain
We
this
will,
energy.
man. You know we will.
I can't wait. Hey, me and Mark and Wade, we're going to the game. We'll be down there.
Hey, that home game last year, what was the sequence at the end where you guys sacked us? It was Reddick and who was it? Fletcher Cox?
Probably.
Wasn't it 2 sacks in a row?
Probably.
When we played y'all at your house.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't.
Yeah, but you guys ain't got them guys anymore.
Yep.
No.
You ain't got those players anymore.
Hang on for once. I'll be right back. Hold on.
No, we have Bryce Huff and Who else? Bryce Huff, and I'm drawing a blank. Josh Sweat. And BG is still on the team.
Again, I say though, just like I said earlier with the Kelsey thing, I mean, do you really think it's realistic to think you could maintain or even, for that matter, be better when you lose an all-pro like Hassan Reddick? The threat of a Hassan Reddick is not there anymore.
Kelsey played offense.
I know that. I'm just saying earlier when you guys lost 2 all-pros and thinking that you're going to replace them with that have never reached that level before.
Well, here's the thing. The good news is that not only are we replacing them, but we're also replacing the system as a whole. So you can't judge this group by that group because those players have never played in this system. You see what I'm saying? This is Vic Fangio's first year. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same. It's not even the same defensive you see what I'm saying? It's not even the same offensive coordinator. So you can't say someone's going to look like something in comparison to last year because it's a completely different. I'm learning it too. Bro, everything that you're seeing with the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm seeing it too for the first time. So it's hard.
I get that, but I think it's like the equivalent. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I think it's the equivalent if the Cowboys were to have let Micah Parsons go and replace him with whoever. You're trying to tell me that we're in a better shape?
Yeah, but your defense
we're in better shape this season.
Your front four isn't better than our front four. Your front four is not better than ours. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
right now. You don't think that?
I know that. Yeah, it's not. No, right now it isn't. You
not with D-Law, Micah, Osa.
No, your front four. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your defensive tackles and your ends. You know what I'm saying? You still don't even know how Mazi's going to respond to having put the weight back on in Zimmer's system yet. You got some.
I'm not even counting Mazi.
Oh, yeah, he's on your front. You're going to remember Mazi, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing it too because we've never seen it either. I'm looking. I'm telling you, I'm everything that I'm saying, like these questions and everything like that. It's not get you back. No, it's this shit. I'm thinking about what I'm looking at y'all. This is how I'm scouting y'all. I want to know what Mazi looks like with the weight back on. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I've been told, from what I've read and everything like that, it sounds to me like Mazi's kind of been misused, and the way that he's back,
and guess what?
What he should have been when he first started playing. So
let me explain something on this one because here's what I'm going to say just let me explain it. Okay. Dan Quinn has a certain type of defender he likes. He likes guys that are lean, that are tall, and very, very fast that can get upfield.
Chris Jones,
yes.
Okay.
But he likes guys that are tall and skinny. Dorrance Armstrong is kind of more of a skinny guy. Right. He doesn't because if you look at it, the only player we had 2 players that were over 300 last year, Hankins and Mazi, and they wanted Mazi to lose weight. Mike Zimmer likes big guys. You see right now we've got 4 guys that are over 315.
Right.
Okay, so what it is they were trying to take Mazi, who had 1 sack in college because he was a run stopper. He was an immovable force at about 340 pounds.
Right.
Dan Quinn, you're basically in his doghouse. We ended up having, I'm having a brain fart. John Ridgway, who was another big guy, a headbanger, a skull cracker. He was in Dan Quinn's doghouse, and they ended up putting him on waivers. Washington had him, and he's been very, very productive.
Right.
So guess what? Dan Quinn comes to Washington, and he gets Dan Quinned again. They just traded him to New Orleans because he doesn't like the big 300-pound guys. So you took a guy who was 330, 340 pounds, you get him to drop down to 290 something, and now you're trying to teach him to rush upfield. That was the mistake.
Never done. Yeah.
It's something that he's never done, and he ends up hurting his shoulder at Thanksgiving, which stunted his season. Now you've got a guy who understands big people. He's about 315. and you see how the defensive line coach is literally working with his hands and everything else, he is quick and he is strong right now. And I witnessed this myself. And what I can tell you is he is the first guy on the field and the last one to leave. He has been like sucking up as much knowledge and getting as much work as he can on the field.
I've watched a lot of the practices and the interviews and all that, and I will say the arrow is pointed up for him. I really think he.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it may not be saying much from what he did last year, but I really think Zimmer is gonna tap back into what he's best at. So. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Mark? What do you think about Sunday, Mark?
I think we got a good chance to win this thing. I won't, jump off the bandwagon if we don't. But hopefully we get the win. I think that we're going to, I don't think the Cleveland's offense is that good. I think our defense is going to really show up. And I think we got a good chance with this game.
I forgot completely about Amari Cooper until like 2 days ago.
Deshaun Watson sucks.
Oh, that he's on Cleveland?
All the kids cover your ears. Deshaun Watson blows a bag of dicks, okay? That's all y'all need to know.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, he ain't as good.
Wow.
He ain't as good.
Oh, we can end the show now. Let's go. That's
3 years later, he ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing in 3 years.
That's the mic drop right there. We can end it.
Wow.
Hey, when was his last good season?
Wow.
2020, but he had great stats, but he on his team on the 1-4
He literally robbed the Cleveland Browns.
Let me say this, because
he set that franchise back. Literally.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it's going to take. Let me say this, because before the game started yesterday, I want y'all to know that I was starting to tell people, I was noticing, listening to other Eagles fans and talking to folks, we were starting to sound like you guys right before you played Green Bay. Everyone was starting to look past them. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to be this. We're going to be that. And I'm like, I don't like the way this sounds. It seemed to me like people are everyone started sounding like you guys last year. Are you guys cautionary now? Having gone through that experience with Green Bay last year, going into this first game with Cleveland?
No, I think we're going to be a solid team. I think we'll go 11-6, 12-5. The issue for me is playoffs. What are the Cowboys going to do in the playoffs?
So you're not
If
worried
we can
at
stop
all
the run,
about...
we're going to be way better.
No, I'm not worried about regular season. I'm worried about what does my team do when we get to the
I'm saying
postseason.
You're not worried about Cleveland at all?
No. I'm more worried about Baltimore than Cleveland, because I think Lamar Jackson's way better than Deshaun Watson.
So what happens if y'all lose to Cleveland?
I mean, again,
keep going on and win the division.
It's the first game.
If we lost to them, I'd be like, it's week one.
It's week one. We typically, if it's not the Giants, we typically lose.
Okay. So you don't really, okay. You're not going to be all broke up.
No, the first game is just a filling out process.
Right. Okay. Exactly. Oh, so y'all do think that? Okay. Cool.
I feel the same way for Deshaun.
I mean, you got some Cowboy fans that are like, "Oh my God, you lost a preseason game. The season's over." I'm sorry, you're idiot.
The reason why I expect my team to win, I give Dak a lot of shit, but
you
Dak
do
is a way better quarterback than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, we got the better quarterback.
We have a better quarterback. Sure. We should win the game.
For sure.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It's not out of the. It's not out of the realm of pot.
I mean, when you have the better quarterback, you got a chance to win.
And I really think that, look, when you're able to stop the run, you feed right into the buzzsaw of Micah Parsons and being able to rush on third down. I really think people are sleeping on, if we can stop the run, we are going to be a hard team to beat this year.
Okay.
I expect Dak to go into Cleveland and put up numbers. I don't see why not.
And do you think that him and CD are going to be fine with continuity and everything?
Oh yeah, they've been playing together for years. I don't see why not.
Okay. Okay, I expected.
I'd be more worried if they had never played together and CeeDee Lamb's like coming from another team, never played with Dak.
And answer me this: you guys are really comfortable with the way your run game is set up?
Here's what I'm going to say. Right. Now listen very carefully to me.
We didn't run it last year.
Yeah, we had the 14th ranked rushing attack last year, and we were number 1 in scoring points. Mike McCarthy, the year that they won the Super Bowl, his leading rusher only had 700 yards. In fact, when you look at Mike McCarthy's teams that have had great running attacks, they haven't won as many games. So Mike McCarthy is one of those things that I'm going to run the football because I have to. It's like taking out the trash. None of us husbands want to take out the trash, but we want to keep the peace. So we do it because we have to, okay? And so when you no, seriously.
No, you're right.
Okay, so if you end up, let's say Jalen Tolbert is really good at, as another receiver. If Brandon Cooks is, can take off from where he started last year, then we're
Jalen Brooks.
Yeah, Jalen Brooks. Then we're in actually pretty good shape. Hold on 1 second. Hello,
bro. We had Michael Gallup starting last year, and he retired after the season. See, that's another slept-on element too. We're going to be way better at the receiver position without Gallup in the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brooks and Tolbert step up, yeah.
Because Gallup used to get 7 targets, 1 catch.
Yeah, I was trying to do that with the Discover card, but they said that
terrible.
You can't do it with that. So I was actually trying to make the positive with
confident about
personal
our running game
my
and
card.
That shirt that's behind Mark over there. That
which I tried a different
method. 2 guys in them that can
play
center. So
yeah, and I think last year, look, Tony Pollard could have been better, but I believe a lot of that was on the offensive line, especially the center.
Yeah, I know.
So I think we improved on the O-line, so that's why I'm more excited.
Okay. All right.
Then we know we got a guy starting that's not.
Hey, Derek, I don't think Pollard looked like he had the same juice that he had in the past after that injury.
No, he didn't.
So, no.
I thought we ran him up the middle too much and not to the outside.
Rico Dowdle. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys expecting out of Rico Dowdle?
I expect him to be the guy that takes most of the load off of the other running backs. The guy that
he's a good running back.
It's the majority of the chunk yards, really.
Yeah, he's a good running back.
You just got to stay healthy.
That part. That's the only thing is staying healthy.
That's why I said I felt like after everything that I saw, I felt like, you know what, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Christian, even Rico Dowdle at some point or another. These cats are going to have to go on pitch counts. If you're going to make it to the end of the season, it's 18 games or 17 games now. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. To Derek's point earlier, you know what I'm saying? Dustin, I've been saying since I've been here, since the offseason, since we acquired Saquon, that I didn't think that we needed Saquon to be for us what he had to be for New York. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, we need him to be for us what he was for New York for yesterday, only because of those field conditions. It was terrible for both teams.
Any news on Jordan Love or no?
Sprain MCL 3 to 6 weeks. Not as bad as it could have been. And if there's any other,
the Packers are going to have tough sledding because they got Detroit, and I think the Bears are going to be better. So
okay, probably fraud on it. Okay.
Now they lost Jordan Love.
That may just cost them. Yeah, this injury may have just cost them the postseason.
I get a text message right away, but
because Detroit is probably going to win the division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
unless Caleb Williams, comes out and the Bears are just juggernauts for some reason. I don't know if that'll happen, but
I don't know. The one thing I hate about watching Hard Knocks training camp is they make all the teams look like they're gonna be great. I watched that; it looked like the Bears gonna be great this year, but that's just how they do it.
That's true.
Now Caleb Williams does look pretty good, though. Looks good so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'll be way better than Justin Fields. I'm just saying, like,
well,
I think the franchise
connection
is in way better hands with him than Justin Fields.
Yeah, and then you look at the connection between him and Keenan Allen, and also with Rome Odunze. I think they're going to be a lot better than people think. I mean,
Cole Kmet.
Well, let me try a different.
Look at.
I mean, I'm not a Bears fan, but I would like to see that franchise have, like, at least one time have a franchise quarterback that can put up ridiculous numbers, and get them in, good spots. Because, I mean, damn, they've never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards or more in a season. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Caleb Williams.
I think I can just do.
Oh, they've been around forever.
Yeah. I look at Caleb Williams almost like a Phillip Rivers. Like, he's going to put up numbers, but then he's going to have, like, bonehead interceptions. And I watched a lot of USC games being out here in San Diego, and it just seemed like he would either lift his team or just kill his team,
Yeah, I'm going through it right now. So I'm going through with PayPal.
Okay.
No, but I will give the Eagles credit, even though I hate them. They pulled it off.
Mm-hmm. And
they fought to the bitter end. They had them turnovers, and they didn't let it get too far off, and they took it from the Packers. They did.
Well, again, and listen, not going to sit here and try to front and make it out to be any. I will just say, by the hairs of our chinny chin chin. You know what I'm saying?
Packers made too many stupid decisions. They ran it out of the end zone twice. On the interception, he shouldn't have ran it out of the end zone. And on that last kickoff, he shouldn't have ran the ball out of the end zone. That cost them 15 yards.
And there was times where Jordan Love did not look good neither. It's
saying crypto is not available.
He didn't look like a $50 million quarterback.
The things that I was really looking for, I'm glad I got to see. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wanted to see Jalen Hurts if he really was calling the protections. You know what I'm saying? Which he is. You know what I'm saying? And is going to need more practice doing that in the games too.
How many times did he get sacked?
You know what, Dustin?
I don't think the tush push working anymore though.
No,
No, it's a real question. It's a real question. I didn't even watch the game.
Wait. That's answering the same. That's part of the answer to Dustin's question earlier in terms of drop off from Jason Kelce to Cam Jurgens. You know what I'm saying? These guys need, even when it comes to the tush push, they need reps together. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the calling out protections, they need live game reps together. There's going to be some hiccups. We got to go through these growing pains together. And
but the chance. Hold on, I will say this though, Leo. The chances of another man stepping in and filling a Hall of Fame center's shoes is not too good.
Happen.
We've been trying to replace Travis Frederick for years.
Yeah, but we're not asking. We're not asking Cam Jurgens, but they're not asking Cam Jurgens to do the same thing that Jason Kelce did.
Well, you are going to ask him to do tush pushes.
Yeah, but that's practice, bro. That's all practice. Okay. That's all it is. Technique and practice. Well, I'll tell you what. I was talking about.
You can't practice that, can you? Can
no, not really.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can practice that. There's not like many teams in the league that can do that. I mean, I'm just saying it might not be working anymore now that you ain't got Kelce anymore.
No. They just need bro. They just need reps together. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you saw when it didn't work the first time, they went right ahead and turned around and did it again, and then it worked. You know what I'm saying? So it could come down to that. That's all. They just need more time doing that together. Things like that. But I was talking about the protections, because that was what Jason Kelce was doing last year. He called out the protections. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Jalen Hurts doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting to see. He's going to need to do it a few more times, Dustin. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of that I don't know if to call it a drop-off or not, but yeah, a bit of a drop-off because, again, Kelce was doing that last year. Now Jalen is doing it, which is what he wants. So he thinks that this is what's helping him progress, and it is. He's got to learn to call these things out. You know what I'm saying? Coordinators, like everyone said, even Mark said it, the word is out. He can't decipher blitzes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all heard the news. He went to Wink Martindale in the offseason and asked him to scout him out, and he did. You see what I'm saying? And now he's working on these things that, this quarterback actively went out to find out what was his weaknesses and asked a coach to help him, figure it out. And he did, and he worked on it. You know what I'm saying? I hope he continues to do things like that. Looking at what's wrong with you and then actively work on it. I like seeing that. And it's going to take some time, but growth. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yeah, I mean the effort's there, but he's got to do it though.
Yeah, and in game 1, we only had one game. You know what I'm saying? We only had one game. He didn't play any games in the preseason. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we ain't even got a frame of reference in terms of this whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, to all of you all's point with Kellen Moore, you know what I'm saying? I want to see this offense opened up even more. You know what I'm saying? Jahan Dotson only got targeted one time. Dallas only got targeted one time. The other wide receiver only got targeted one time. Will Shipley didn't even play.
See those option routes that Kellen likes to run, mid route, like you're either gonna feast or it's gonna be famine. You know what I mean? Like,
but did you see how Devontae was doing?
And then it don't work.
You see how Devontae was doing?
He's a great player though.
Yeah, and I've maintained this since I've been coming on this channel with everybody is that okay, heard everything we had to say about Kellen Moore and the badness about him, but Kellen Moore has never had this amount of talent on one team ever, including when he was coaching for you guys. He didn't have this kind of talent all at one time. You know what I'm saying? So I like this. And what I saw from the defense yesterday, man, all fixable and can be cleaned up and tightened up over the course of the year.
Okay, let me ask you this then. So would you say would you be fair enough to say that Dak Prescott, you would think at this point in their careers, him and Jalen, who's a better processor of plays? I mean, a better processor of a mid play.
That.
You know what I mean?
That.
Okay then. So the points, that's exactly my point. So the problem that we had was those option routes. It just complicated things too much. And that was with Dak. So that's my point. Like even with Dak, it was a problem. So
yeah, but you've had 9 years of Dak. I'm
talking about when he was with Kellen though.
No, but what I'm saying is that in comparison to, because you said Jalen, so all I'm saying is in comparison to, you guys have had 9
experience.
years of Dak, eight actually starting. I've only had Jalen for 5 and him starting for 4. You know what I'm saying? This being
no. So no, I get that, but I'm saying for this season, I think it could be. I'm not saying maybe year 2 give Jalen a chance to have the same offense for 2 years in a row. Then I could see a real problem, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be a problem this first season, learning how to adapt, because I don't really think that. I mean, that the Packers are that good on defense. Even though it's the first game. Well, I'm just saying, like.
But here's the thing. I'm curious to know what variables or what has Jalen Hurts shown you that would make you believe that he couldn't pick it up or that it wouldn't work? Like what has he shown you over the course of his whole career?
I don't think it's.
I just don't think he has. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. It's more. I'm speaking more of from Kellen Moore offense perspective,
whether or not it would or wouldn't work.
Yeah, because
no, I'm talking about
just think
his ability to perform, because that's what that's what Dustin is talking about. He doesn't believe that Jalen Hurts has the ability to perform this very well. And I'm asking, what has
I just don't think he's a thrower of the ball like you need to be in Kellen Moore's offense. Like I think
in
he's
other
a
words, he
one
needs to be able to
one
find
read.
his second and third read before he takes off.
Right, exactly.
And he doesn't do a good job of that. He'll get used to it eventually. The more he gets acclimated, becoming a pocket passer, because eventually you have to be. But that's the only knock on it. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just think when he gets to the point when he learns how to do that, he's going to be more effective.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be in year 2.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I would really here's what's interesting, Dustin. I would really like, because it's Kellen Moore, and I don't care who it is. I don't care who the offensive coordinator would be this year. All I know is I would really like to see Jalen Hurts be in the same offense at least once. Do you realize he has not had the same coordinator every year since college?
That's understandable.
I give him the
like
benefit
literally
of
the last
100%.
So that's like 10 years. He's literally had for the last 10 years, 9 to 10 years, he's literally had a different offensive coordinator. And that's covering college into the pros every year. He's not seen the same.
No, that
years in a row.
That would hurt damn near any quarterback.
Right. And
that would hurt damn near any quarterback.
Yet, look at how he's thrived thus far. If you look at where he's at now, including last year, to have gone through that, it's still a remarkable feat. You understand what I'm saying? It's still like, okay, you know what? Obviously, this dude, I would just like to see it happen once. At least let him have 2 years of the same offense. Even if it does or doesn't work this year, I'd like to see him 2 years in a Kellen Moore offense, like Dak did.
Yeah, well, when you talk about overall players, like, I mean, as far as like what he brings to the table, he's definitely a top 10 quarterback, Hurts, so.
Well, what the other thing too is that when you look at from a potential standpoint, I have more time with Hurts than I do with Dak.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I already know what it looks like when Jalen Hurts is in the Super Bowl. I can't tell you what it looks like when Dak is, and I'm not saying it as a knock. I'm just saying, like, when I think about potential things that he's already shown me thus far, and everything like that, has he ever played in the big game before? Yes. How did he do in the big game? Even when he fumbled the ball, he had a better statistical game than the winning quarterback did. Okay. So at least I know he don't get rattled like that. You know what I'm saying? I little things like that, I appreciate knowing about my quarterback, because then I don't have to question that when it comes to things like, you know what I'm saying, like because remember, you know what I'm saying, remember when Jalen first came into the league, everyone kept saying he wasn't, like it wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? He lost his job to Tua, blah, 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 blah. Now look, he wasn't a thrower of the ball. That was what happened when he took over. He wasn't good. He didn't have a good long pass. He wasn't accurate. Then look, you know what I'm saying? His wide receiver was setting records.
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps having AJ Brown and
exactly
the trio and all that.
His best friend, I really think his best attribute also is he can run within the pocket and make plays to extend.
Exactly, he's that kind of
Moore, though. Like everybody's talking about the routes where those breaking routes are and stuff. Is you have to wait for some of those to develop, and that kind of affects that part of his game a little bit.
Which is
yeah.
But
I think it's more of a complex system. It's more complex.
I don't. But here's the thing, though. I don't know if it's. I'm curious because I hear how you guys talk in absolutions. Kellen Moore's offense is this. Kellen Moore's offense is that. Kellen Moore's offense this. Kellen Moore that. Kellen Moore this. What I find to be interesting, because Mark gave Jalen a hard time about this when it first happened, and that was Jalen said the 95% of the offense was different, was new. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Mark was like, I remember Mark was one of those people, just like a lot of the other pundits, who was like, why 95? Like, you don't understand, blah, 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 blah. And I felt like I was looking at the way Jalen was saying, and I was like, you know what? The way he's talking, I'm thinking he's saying 95% because I wouldn't be surprised if Kellen Moore is including him on the making of this offense. He talks like someone who has an intimate understanding of the offense as it's being shaped. And the only way that happens is I'm saying I think that Jalen Hurts has some sort of say-so in the way this offense was being constructed from Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
which is
Mark
why he
is
gave that
Mark is not
answer.
on the show right now. His somebody said his mic is muted. Yeah, I think he's on the phone doing something. Yeah, we're running the show right now. But I think Devontae Smith is gonna have a better year than AJ
Yes.
Brown.
Yeah,
Because I think
I wouldn't be
Kellen Moore's
surprised that,
offense is built for Devontae Smith more than it is for
and Jahan Dotson.
That's why I drafted Devontae Smith on my fantasy team.
Fantasy? Yeah, me too.
Because I believe Devontae Smith is more of a route runner, and I think.
And did you see how they was running him? And did you see the way him and AJ was looking when they was catching those balls and running those routes? The way they were, the smoothness of it. I was like, yeah, these dudes is going to eat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Kellen Moore just has that offense where at a certain point, the wide receiver can break one or two ways, and both the quarterback and the receiver have to be thinking the same thing.
Receiver,
because if it's a mix-up, it's an interception.
Right.
That caused some of Dak's interceptions that last year.
Right.
So that's what we're talking about right there.
Right.
That is that point. But
yeah,
so that's more.
And then there's also, hey Leo, I haven't mentioned this yet, but there was also a lot of games that I noticed for several years when he was with us that he would just call plays that were like didn't seem to go with the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like when we had leads or whatever, like how are you, in the red zone and you're throwing it all three plays and not trying to run it at least one play. You know what I mean? Like he's got a lot of creativity, but there doesn't seem to be a plan for how he's calling things in a row. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, we're going to call this play to set up this play. I didn't really see a lot of that, as much. And maybe that's because he's young and hopefully he learns from it. But I don't know. That was one thing that frustrated me. I'd be watching like, what the hell kind of play call is that? Really? And
I don't think,
it's that part.
I don't think Kellen Moore offense is overall bad. It's just the little things he did
good.
That got on our nerves.
Yeah.
Like, it was one game
things,
against Minnesota that our running game wasn't working at all. And then come down to the end of the game, I think we were down by 4, and we had to try to win the game in the last minute, and Dak was throwing it all over the field. And then he got in the red zone and ran the ball twice.
But and that's why I was appreciative of the fact that we didn't get away from the run. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one thing that like I was really happy to see. Like, okay, they didn't even abandon the run like that. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. So being it because in years past that was something that would happen. If we get down or things start happening, they start just throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? I would also like to see what I would like to see go away is I would like to see some of these design Jalen Hurts runs go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like to see, like, can we cut that down? That was the whole purpose of us bringing in Barkley.
Hey, because, I mean, he was banged up last year at the end of the year, wasn't he?
He was banged up most of the year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care how much you squat and how strong you are, what you look like running, but you're going to, as a quarterback, you could keep taking hits like that. You ain't going to last long. I mean, and it's gonna hamper your ability to progress going forward. I really think that'd be a smart move. I've been saying that for a long time. I really never seen. I mean, look at Lamar Jackson. As close as he is. I mean, it's always either because he got hurt at the end of the year, and now they're, assed out. So I do think Jalen Hurts is a better thrower than Lamar, but
Yeah, I think well, first of all, let's talk about that for a second, okay? Because we never really touched deeply into that. But if you're gonna lose weight like Lamar did, then it'd probably be a good idea if you stop lowering your shoulder into people when you're running out of bounds. I mean, like, god damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh there's so much to unpack when it comes to Lamar right now. You know, the way he missed Zay Flowers in the back of the end zone like that. You know, the way they
I was shocked he made it through last year.
Yeah, and the way they abandoned the run yesterday, you know what I'm saying? At a certain point, Derrick Henry I was like, yo, that's where I got the pitch count idea from. When I saw Derrick Henry on the bench in the third, fourth quarter, I was like, ooh, he on the pitch count. They trying to save him no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, still got to win the game, though. I mean, I don't see why that first series, they looked like, like, y'all should have never let Derrick Henry go there, but I don't know.
So I'm, and who do y'all have week 2?
We got the Saints, I believe.
Oh, y'all gonna win that game. Well, what's my man Chase Young? You gonna be looking to Oh, really? Oh. No,
It's a
man.
1:00 game against the Saints. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think that I just don't think that them running like that is gonna last too long in this league.
I think somebody did a super chat when Mark was busy, so I'll let him know. Somebody was Kelly, I guess. Thank you for the super chat.
Hey, how do y'all see the chat? I can't even see it.
Oh,
no, we got the stream pulled up behind it. Computer. But yeah, man, you can just put this. I don't need no sound. I can just put this chat on the TV and be entertained without listening to nothing. It don't matter what we say. They found a counter argument. It's crazy. Mark could say something about facts. Mark said, he said the Cowboys, since whatever year, the only way the Cowboys win week 1 is if we play the Giants. And somebody said, "Oh, he's making excuses already." Like that's not an excuse. That's what happened. Why? Why is that an excuse? It is crazy.
Hey, streaks are made to be broken.
Like if I was to say, it's going to be hard for the Cowboys to win the division because nobody's won it back-to-back in, 20-something years? Somebody will say, I'm making excuses. But if I say the Cowboys going to win the division, they'll come back and say, how you going to say that? Ain't nobody won it back-to-back in 20-something years. So it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter what I say, but they got good, what is it? Debate skills in this chat, boy, I tell you. It don't matter. But
Julio's a sales guy. He could talk all day.
Who said that?
Somebody said that. J Recruiter.
I can honestly say though, like in years past, I wasn't as confident as I am this year about possibly repeating as division champs. So,
well, I'm confident in the offensive line. I think more this year than I was last year. Without them even playing,
because I remember
Yeah.
When we had Frederick, we controlled games with our running game.
Yeah, he made a lot of the line
I miss those days of smash mouth.
And then when he was out, we got Joe Looney.
Yeah, I miss them days where.
And then after that, we let Kyler come in as an unrestricted free agent and stuck him in there, and we just never addressed it afterwards. So
because I mean, if you can run the ball, you know, like most teams that control time of possession usually win. And so if we can this year stop the run and, you know, get off the field, you know, like I just think I don't think you can truly blame Dak, you know, last year. And I mean, how demoralizing must it have been to watch your defense just give up the cheeks like that, you know, and not make a stop. I mean, look at the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, his defense gave him chances. He threw interceptions early in the game and didn't doom him, you know. So I think Dak gets judged unfairly. So when it comes to that, so that's why I'm excited about those defensive tackles this year. Because if we stop that run, man, hey, we get to pin it back. And I know Zimmer got that double A gap.
Second level too. So
yeah,
that also helps.
See, and that's another thing. We got a legit, like, you know, 5 to 7 guys. We didn't have any guys like that last year in the front seven. And when you talk about kneeling too, it's more of a scheme fit there.
Yeah.
I don't believe
that was a good draft pick. That was a good draft pick because I was not expecting Williams to go down. So whoever made that call, I was a dumbass because I sat there and I literally said that was a wasted pick. And then he gets out there and he balls like he has this preseason and looking as good as he has, made me look like an idiot. So
yeah,
I do.
Dion was trying to get him to transfer to Colorado through the transfer portal. Marshawn Nealon. So he's definitely a good player and on a lot of people's radar. I didn't really know much about him, but I know Foots had a lot of good work on him. But yeah.
Okay. Yes, Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl. Congratulations. He played a lot of backup quarterbacks on his way there that only put up 7 points. But other than that, he hasn't got out the wild card round either.
No.
Other than playing backup quarterbacks, he hasn't got out of the wild card round. When he played a starting quarterback, he lost.
But
didn't Tampa Bay's defense last year just made him look bad?
Yeah, but he still made it to the Super Bowl.
I know. I gave him credit for that.
On a stacked
I'm just
team.
telling you, the other team only put up 7 points each time.
Hey, wasn't it like the second most sacks in NFL history that year you guys got?
Daniel Jones
on
is
defense,
a backup quarterback,
70,
by the way.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
We were behind you there for a while, then we tailed off. You guys 70, dang, dude. Was it the Bears that had that record or something?
It was like 84 or something like that, or 80, something like that. Yeah.
I remember the Super Bowl.
I be saying something in here, and I don't be paying attention to y'all. I just look right at the chat, see what they gonna say. This is fun. This is fun. I love it.
What they saying now?
Y'all lost to the 7th seed, first in history.
Which is I tell you, they great debaters in this chat. Boy, y'all need
lost
to
to a who?
We lost to they brung up our Packers loss last year in the playoff. That was their counterpoint to what I just said, which is a great comeback. It is great.
Oh God! If we see that this year, I'm rioting, man. Do we play them in the regular season, Green Bay?
No, we play the Lions.
No.
We play the Lions.
Yeah, that's right, Lions. Yeah, okay.
What's up, everybody?
Uh-oh.
Go Cowboys!
Yeah, let's get that win tomorrow. Let's get that dub tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've been a Cowboys fan a little bit over 20 years now.
You've been a Cowboys fan for over 20 years?
Yeah, since I was around my high school years.
I got
Purdy was a backup that year, and y'all played his backup. That's a backup
What's
quarterback.
up, Mark?
What happened?
No, he just said, "What's up,
hey to
Mark?"
Mark.
Say hi to Mark.
Oh, Mark is on mute.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
working.
is he? Oh, okay.
Whatever it is, it's got to be something good.
He probably setting up that Bet US account for his dad. I'm trying to read lips.
You know, Mark is not going. Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna just have to show him I'm gonna have to show him the receipt and say, all right, Mark, here I did it. See,
This is the first time I got to get in on the call this year.
welcome, man.
Yeah, man. Welcome
Mm-hmm.
in.
Well, I mean, like this is. I'm an Eagles fan, by the way. So I'm probably the coolest Eagles fan you'll meet. Me and my man.
That's all right. I got some family that likes the Eagles, so.
Yeah, see, they're the good ones.
I used to work with 3 Eagle fans. The only time they send me a message is when the Cowboys lose. It's the only time I hear from them.
Yes, go Cowboys.
I like her enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I like her enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I've tried to talk to Philly 500 on his broadcast before. I tried to send him a message, but he never responded back. Well,
I got 4 teams.
She's got 4 teams. My wife does.
4.
Oh boy.
I like Cowboys. I like the Dolphins. I like the Bills and the Cincinnati.
Kansas City. She likes those 4. That's her 4
Nice.
favorites.
1 NFC team and 3 AFC teams. Wow.
I think she said the Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City, and Miami Dolphins.
I used to live in Florida.
Okay, so I'm sorry, 2 NFC teams. I thought it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still like Cowboys. I always like Cowboys.
I'm sorry. I hate that happened to you. I really.
It's the best thing that happened to you. You don't have to worry about being pooped on by a bird.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What's team mode? Is all Cowboys?
Yeah, there's one Eagle buddy in here. We got one Eagle buddy in here.
My husband's family is an Eagle fan.
Yeah, I got some family that likes them. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got a cousin and some cousins and stuff that like the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have them problems. I think I think everybody who like football in my family is a Cowboy fan, I believe.
Do you guys happen to know if the game will be on like Hulu or Paramount Plus tomorrow?
No, it is
CBS.
on. Yeah, I think
supposed to be anyway.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know if you guys know about this app. It's called Dofu. You can download it, DOFU, and you can get every game that's out there.
I didn't know anything about that. I might have to do that way then, because I don't know if I can watch it on Hulu or Paramount Plus.
That's how I watch all my games. So.
You said dofu.com?
No, Dofu is an app.
Oh, Dofu's an app. You just type Dofu in, right? And it'll let you find it on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sometimes the streams for that go down, but they put them right back up.
Yeah, but there's usually like several options you can pick from. So
the Eagles are fake gold. What?
Yeah, like I said, if I can't find it on any of the streaming services I had, I just go to that Dofu app and watch it.
Well, all right, gentlemen. Leo, Tyler, Chris, Derek. It was good talking to y'all.
Oh, it was nice.
First time, man. It's good meeting you, man. Hopefully, we'll get to see you
you'll be hearing
again
from
next
me
Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah.
All right, later.
He's getting off at one end.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
All right.
No, Filthy. Mark is working on something. His audio is fine. He's just working something right now.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was mute. He's muted right now. He said so.
Yeah. Dak signs 5-year, $1 billion deal.
Yeah, was there any update about Dak? Was he supposed to get an extension, or do you know?
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
You don't think it will?
If I was Dak, I wouldn't even sign. I wouldn't sign an extension right now. If I was Dak, you know what I'm saying? because it's like, wow, you about to get $6
Oh
million.
no. I don't know.
Get it anyway.
I don't know. With Dak, I don't know. Because the last time he played on the last franchise tag is when he got hurt.
Yep.
And I think those tears, part of those tears was I don't have a contract past this year. So I don't know if he want to take that risk again.
What do you guys think about them bring that one running back in from, was it from Minnesota, I think?
Alvin Kamara?
I'm talking about for Dallas. They brought that one running back. Was it from Minnesota, wasn't it?
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, I'm sorry, yeah. They signed him, didn't they?
Yeah, we have him. He's on the practice squad. I think they're just doing the switcheroo thing they want to do for the running backs this year.
I think they're going to have Ezekiel as running back 1, I think, ain't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
No way. Zeke is your RB1?
Zeke is listed at the first on the depth chart. But 9 times out of 10, it'll probably be Rico that starts.
All right. I'm sorry, good people, but it seems like you guys were entertaining yourselves.
Yes, we were, Mark. We were having a good time.
Okay. Well, I could
What's
just
up, Mark?
Hey, Mark,
I could
what's
just
up,
leave.
buddy?
I could just say, hey, what's going on? Tyler Joyce, how you doing?
Hey, I've been wanting to get in here. I finally got in here.
Well, welcome. And who do we have? Who's the lovely lady with you?
That's Leslie.
How you doing, Leslie?
I got Cowboys, the Dolphins, and the Bills, and the Kansas City.
That's her 14.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, nice.
It's nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. I was setting up the Bet US account for my dad, and my bank put a fraud alert on, and so I had to go through. But I found out if you actually use Bitcoin, you can convert from Cash App to Bitcoin, which ends up being 200% matching. So,
really?
Yeah. So now there is a couple of things with that. You have to, the matching money you have to use 18 times before, you can have to bet it up to 18 times before you can cash it out. But if you end up doing several different games and so on, you can end up,
I got something to tell you, Mark. You'll like this.
What's that?
Check this out.
Oh, that's nice. Troy and Emmett. Nice.
Emmett, yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on real quick. So Mark, if you transfer over
with crypto, yeah. And I found out you can convert from Cash App into crypto and make the deposit that way with it. There's more bonuses. But now the bonus is the 200% matching is 50% of it is actually for the casino, so like if you're doing blackjack or poker, and 150% would be like for the sports books.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. It's a great deal.
Yeah.
There's B.A.M, Mark.
Yeah. But here's the bad news that we have right now, which is I am so far behind. It is almost 7:30. And it's dark outside. I got to get this daggone grill and stuff ready for tomorrow and stuff. Did I miss anything important? No?
No, I was going to say, yeah. I can't
okay. All right. So the bottom line is the Eagles still stink. Right?
Is that really? Is that how it has to be with you guys? Like, really?
Come
That's
on.
The way,
wait a minute.
Y'all
Leo,
can't win no close games.
Leo, when was the last time you said, what, the Cowboys, they're a real good team. They're a well-run organization. I really like them. Never.
Are they?
You never say anything nice about the Cowboys. So let's be real here.
What do you mean I don't say anything nice? Mark, I've been saying nice things about the Cowboys all day. Okay. I've been saying nice things about the Cowboys all day.
Okay, all right.
And I'm not even. I'm saying I'm paying attention to things. I want to know if how's Mazi going to look with this whole thing?
Mazi's going to be okay. Mazi's going to be okay. Well, let me say to everybody, because I rudely was taking care of business. LT, what's up? Oh, good luck to Myles Garrett. LT, Eagle fans are coming out the woodwork today. Ones I haven't seen in forever. They're coming out the woodwork.
Yeah,
all right.
Because we went through the checkout line. Y'all still in customer service.
Lordy.
Okay, we're done. Like, we're off the next 2 Sundays.
All right, here's what I say. Goodbye, good people.
On the road to victory.
You have to see the video there, buddy.
Score touchdown. Nebraska.
Watch our Eagles fly,
fly.